Rest in peace to Danielle Spencer, better known as D. Thompson on the classic show What's Happening. Um, it was a surprise. Hayward Nelson had posted on Facebook, but at first I was like, caught off guard. Didn't really want to believe it. Uh, she was really cool people. She was a veterinarian. She moved out in LA and did an occasional acting, but was pretty low key. But he'll always remember as Raj, his sister, to my Ernest Thomas's sister D. She was always snitching and bribing Raj and the mother Mabel King character and ooh, motel mama on you. And it became such a catchphrase. She was kind of like a child version of Marley Gibbs's well known of Florence Johnston's character on the Jeffersons because she had that kind of snark but a younger vibe. And she was just like really cool people. It's like, it's almost like you feel like you grew up with her, especially if you watch the show. I remember watching the show and I remember, she had those ways about her. She reminded me of some of the girls I was going to school with at the time and had that kind of vibe about her because she had that kind of personality. And you just really don't know what anyone is going through. And since she had cancer, and it's just very sad to hear because she was only 60. And it just feels like yesterday. It's like, wow, because you even just knew her as D. And she had that kind of aura about her. She probably didn't get, I would say people on the way knew about her, got more love. She didn't get the kind of love was a catchphrase because there were other people on the show that were obviously with Fred Berry's rerun with all the dancing and locking, and he was probably more, he was the star, he was the big time. If you want to say there was someone that kind of stood out, but the people in the know knew she was cool. She always had the respect. Um, she was a doctor, and so she had changed the whole gear. She wasn't fronting on the Hollywood thing. And I got to give credit where credit is due because you don't get on the delusion that you're going to stay in inclusion with everything that's going on. So she had a backup plan and it definitely worked. But she'll always be remembered for that role she played on What's Happening. And she made that, I mean, when she'd get her quarters and stuff and she had a way of talking and she had a way of just connecting, it was just like she really connected. And, you won't soon forget that. And so it's pretty sad news to hear that. It's another one growing up watching. It's like a couple weeks ago, lost Malcolm Jamal Warner now, Daniela Spencer. And it was like, wow. Remember, like seeing your childhood come right before your eyes with some of these people you grew up with, especially literally when you watched them on TV. Because What's Happening was one of my favorite shows. You know, watched all the episodes of it. And it just was something that just connected. So it's really sad to hear the news that she doesn't have to suffer anymore. But it's still sad, nevertheless, though. She was only 60, and she definitely left an impact. And thoughts and prayers go out to her family and to everyone involved and all the people on the show. And respect to Hayward Nelson for putting the post up there with that, because it's you know, it really just puts things in perspective and just matter of everything that's going on. But she definitely left an impact, though. She definitely, and that's back when people would be on these shows and you remember them and you felt like they were part of your life. So you know, definitely want to remember and wanted to offer those thoughts and prayers of fans and people who supported through the years. All right, on my one time piece.